Hello everyone, welcome to the Currency of Democracy. This is a libertarian opinion show of how the government is growing, the dollar is losing value, and you should be fed up. Today I just want to keep it a little bit light and I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and anything. Happy holidays. And well, basically a lot of good things have happened over the last week or two. And Ron Paul, well, today I'm taping this, what is today? The 15th. And today's the 15th of December, and Ron Paul was on CNBC today on Squawk Box. And he was talking about why he wrote the End the Fed book, why he wants to audit the Fed. And there were people opposing him, and that was good. And there was a lot of debate, and but that was just today. He also introduced a new bill into Congress. It would, I don't know the number, but basically it would give free competition in currencies. So if you were to mint your own gold or silver coins, you could use that as money. Of course, that's if the bill is actually passed. It would repeal legal tender laws, that kind of thing. That is amazing. This is the kind of thing we've been talking about on this show. Just a ton of things happening. And so I'm going to present you this news today. And also, what else was going on? I guess nothing on the political front, but there's a lot of new anti-war protests as well going on. Four presidential candidates from past election cycles went to Washington in front of the White House, and they were protesting the war. There were supposedly about 1,000 people there, but I don't know. I didn't see much video on this. But this includes Kucinich from Ohio, so that was pretty cool. Also, the Copenhagen treaties, that they want to sign. This has been going on for about a week and a half now. This Copenhagen thing on climate change, and it's really interesting to see that people from all around the world are there, whether for or against it. And I found it very interesting that there were about 1,000 people arrested just randomly. They were actually for this climate change thing, but people were arrested. And why? You know what I mean? Like, they weren't doing anything, again, from what I know. How many policemen were there then? If there were 1,000 people there that were arrested. And I don't know whether they were protesting for it or against it, but it seems to be for it, this global warming thing, and they were arrested, which is totally against my logic. So anyway, that's enough of me rambling, but I'm going to get to the live segment right now. Welcome to the Currency of Democracy. Hello, welcome to the Currency of Democracy. I'm your host, Josh Davis. Today I want to go straight over to end the Fed and audit the Fed and the Free Competition in Currency Act. And so basically, as I said in the intro, Ron Paul was on Squawk Box. This was 2 days ago, and today's the 17th. That was the 15th. And if that passes, it's already passed the House, but now it's got to pass the Senate. And if it actually doesn't get destroyed in the Senate, and it actually gets passed by or signed by the president, then within 6 months to a year or something to that effect, the Federal Reserve will be audited completely. And you know what? This Christmas has just been a great start. You know, like a great Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, it's just awesome. So basically we have, I want to start with end the Fed, or I'm sorry, I want to go over or just list, you know, I want to list all of these things. So end the Fed, it's his book. Ron Paul has a book called End the Fed, and I've already put it or showed you it last time, and he, you know, we had that protest a couple of weeks, or wow, a month ago now. You know, so that was 3.5 weeks ago. Wow, time flies. So, and that was, so that's End the Fed. Audit the Fed is, Audit the Fed is also a movement, but it's the actual bill number is HR 1207. And so that was the original bill. But now it's attached to the regulatory bill that was passed, so that doesn't really matter. What else do we have? So we also have a new bill that he put in on my birthday. I was like, yes, December 9th. So he put in a new bill called Free Competition in Currency. And this is, what was it, HR 4248. So, oh man, nice new graphics. All right, I'm going to stop talking about that. So we got, all of this is Ron Paul. You know, all of this was his doing, and you know, okay, so let me explain the new bill, Free Competition in Currency. This is so that we would repeal the legal tender laws so that we could use whatever kind of currency we want. So we wouldn't be using dollars or, well, not, I'm sorry, let me strike that. We could be using dollars, but we could also be using gold, silver, you know, the things that I've been talking about. But we could also be using euros over here if we really wanted to. But the point is to allow people to mint coins as they will. And, you know, there's a free competition for doing so. You know, people would find value in different things. For all I care, it could be traded on the stock market, just as gold and silver are. But and dollars and euros and, you know, they already are traded on as stocks, basically. You know, but basically, you as a person could mint coins, you know, without a problem. You know, it wouldn't be counterfeiting because you'd be making your own. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have to counterfeit dollars because you could make your own dollars. The reason why I'm talking about this so vehemently, you know, I don't know the actual word, forget that. The point is to, there was a company that created the Liberty Dollar, and this, I want to say it was Indiana, Illinois, something like that. This company was based out of there, and they made their own currency, but it's not, it wasn't called currency. It wasn't, they were basically, they weren't trying to make dollars. They were making their own thing out of gold and silver, actually. And, you know, they also made silver certificates. So, you know, if you wanted to trade in paper, you could, but you could also, you know, trade it in for the silver. You know, you could get that from this company because that's what a bank used to do. A bank used to make gold, or they used to make gold certificates, silver certificates, and this was before 1971. They used to make these things, and you could freely trade in these certificates at a bank.